This week on SailAway, Wesley from Multiserve is taking care of our generator for us. Top half overhaul. We make some lifestyle adjustments during the big repair.
Yeah, we haven't been taking as many showers lately.
How was that motor-powered shower?
I can't say it's warm, but it's not cold.
And as the repair drags on, the costs go up. No cameras! It's hard to see the glass half full when the damn thing doesn't work. It's just a nightmare. Because a ton of like this wood would have to be taken apart to get the generator out, and then obviously a lot of hours, a lot of work, a lot of money.
Ever wish you could escape normal life and experience more of the world?
So maybe on that island. Well, we did just that. We sold everything we owned on dry land and sailed away. Promise me that we'll sail away.
Now we are roaming the planet in search of new adventures and sharing it with you every week.
Just promise me that we'll sail away. So hit subscribe and escape normal with us. And I'll be yours forevermore. Come on, it's just that little button down there. That's it.
Way back in Grenada, we encountered a problem that we have been keeping under wraps. One day, while running our generator, we ended up sucking up a bunch of sargasso weed. This shouldn't have been a big deal. But the heat sensor failed, causing it to overheat and shut down hard. Since then, it wouldn't stay running for more than a few minutes and ran very rough. After trying every DIY solution we felt we were capable of, we decided to call in the professionals.
This is what we got going on today. Wesley from Multiserve is taking care of our generator for us. We're doing a full top half overhaul. He went through and did a lot of troubleshooting to try and figure out what was going on, and we think we got a bad head gasket. One of the valves is pretty low pressure, so gotta take care of it. No AC for a while. Basically spending a lot of money on a generator. But seeing as generators cost about that one to replace, it would be about 15, 16 grand. A couple grand to get this one in really nice shape is worthwhile. Painful, but worthwhile. Don't 100% need one. It's just rainy days, cloudy days, that's where the generator comes in. Days when we just use a ton of power. It's nice to have the generator to top things off. And more importantly than any of that, resale value on the boat. I just don't believe in leaving things broken and half-assed, because eventually, someday, we're going to sell this boat. And, you know, having a big giant paperweight sitting in the back is not going to help resale. It doesn't make sense not to. We just gotta chalk it up to owning a boat. And we could own a boat that doesn't have a generator, but our boat does. And so it's gotta run and it's gotta be in good shape. It just doesn't make sense to let it sit there. So, as you saw, we are getting some major generator work done. And I currently have a box full of parts right here. My job is to clean all those parts. I'm gonna I gotta get all the old gaskets off, get everything smoothed, maybe even use a little bit of 120 sandpaper on the main block just to kind of get everything super clean and ready for the new gasket and the new head. But anyway, that's my task right now. The head had to get machined because there was a bit of a warp. So that's what he is thinking is pretty much the root of everything that's going on. It's gonna be a lot of stuff that we're doing just to get this thing in tip-top shape. Probably gonna cost us about $2 grand, which I think is actually pretty reasonable for everything we're getting done. Not an expense that we were planning on paying for right now, but we think we can come up with it. Hopefully in the next week or so we'll have this thing up and running. Until then, we as cruisers, I'm going to bring it down here and we're going to talk to Lauren about this. We as cruisers have not come to terms with the notion of cold showering.
No. Yeah, we haven't been taking as many showers lately.
It's true.
And I feel like
and we haven't been swimming as much either because the water's cold.
The water is cold, and then our water is cold.
Yeah.
The whole point of this was to say that because the generator's out, it's harder to heat the water up. So
yeah, we would generally run the generator every 2 or 3 days, just as a matter of course, and maybe for only an hour or so, just to sort of top up our batteries or whatever. In the course of an hour and a half of running the generator, that would give us a full tank of hot water. And it actually is extremely well insulated, so within the first 24 hours, you could take a scalding hot shower if you really wanted to. And even a couple days later, you can take a nice warm shower pretty much anytime. So that was just like a nice byproduct that we didn't really even think about that much, but that was how our water just kind of perpetually stayed hot enough that we could mix it in for our showers. Now, the only way we get hot water is to run the motor. The motor does not heat the water as efficiently either, because it's basically just heating the water as it goes through the motor. It's not running the hot water heater. So Lauren was looking very dejected and despondent that she couldn't take a warm shower.
Yeah.
So we're turning on the motor.
Maybe?
What?
No, wait.
No.
No, it's just 2 days.
Yeah, just 2 days. That's not that bad.
Okay. But yeah, and I'm feeling pretty gross. And we had that nice long walk and would really like a warm shower.
I'd like you to have a warm shower. I'm going to go start the motor just for you, baby.
Thank you.
How was that motor-powered shower?
I mean, it's at least the same temperature as outside now, so that's
I guess that's something.
I can't say it's warm, but it's not cold,
Okay.
and that's what really matters.
All right, well, enjoy.
Thanks.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
And with the whole family clean and nothing really to do until the mechanic got back with the parts, it was time to get crafty.
Track is ready. Track is ready.
Why don't you show me your track?
Mostly done, but it is cool. These are my tunnels.
Whoa.
The other noise in the background is you doing the dishes.
You guys do craft time while I clean every dish we own. Almost.
Almost, except for this one.
Yeah. So close to using every dish and every pot and every pan and every piece of silverware before doing our dishes. Someday we'll make that mark.
I don't want to make that mark. It's not a good mark to make.
What's up, camera?
What's the question for you?
I'm cleaning a dirty generator. I've also got to clean all the surfaces where the new gaskets are going. So I'm doing that on top of here with really light sandpaper. I got paper towels stuck in all the valve holes. Try to keep any debris from getting down in there. So, yeah, that's my life today. Just cleaning rag after rag with some degreaser. Trying not to get it into anything important. Well, phase one is complete, I think. Just cleaned off the top of that. Generator's looking pretty good. Put a new fuel bulb on there to make it easy to prime up the fuel whenever we do any kind of filter changes or anything like that. And next,
We're gonna hopefully get a generator today.
like, Lieber is a good guy, and I'm assuming this thing runs great. I'm going to give him a good thumbs up at the end of all this, but like we ordered the parts, and it's been you know, 5 days since we ordered the parts. I kind of been texting him, hey, what's going on, and then yesterday he was sending me pictures of the parts, and he's like, you know, I still got to rebuild the head. Cool. Never, and I'm like, any idea of an ETA, like when you think you might be coming out? Never said anything. And like, we're literally just getting ready to leave the boat, and he texts me, he's like, hey, I'm here at the dock, come get me.
So go get him. Go get him, Tiger. So instead of going out for lunch, we're getting bologna sandwiches.
Eating bologna sandwiches.
That's your favorite, huh? Here you go.
'93, '94, '95, '96, '97, '98, '99, 100.
Good job. So while that's going on, all this going on too.
I figure if not start today, we can go on a Tuesday. But
Wesley is back on the case, which is a great way to spend this day. That'll work for me.
10, 30.
That's all.
Just up here.
I want my hand first.
You want a drink? But
yeah, thank you.
It's pretty rummy.
I've needed that since about 11.
What are you doing now?
Putting the heat exchanger back on and like all the hoses and stuff. And I'm going to put coolant in it and let it sit overnight to make sure there's no leaks as it sits, per Wesley's instructions.
Very good. And he'll be back tomorrow, right?
Yeah, he said after lunch tomorrow.
Cool.
And we'll make some noise.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Budget in the morning. He said they have heat shield there, because this stuff is driving me crazy, where it just crumbles all over everything. If you touch it, it's all in your skin. It sucks. So replace that with some nice fresh if they've got it.
Will you buy me some colored paracord while you're there?
Sure. They have they've got a lot of colors, actually.
Because guess what the only thing I accomplished today was, since it was gross and rainy and we're stuck in the boat? Oh, this one's an ankle bracelet. This one's River's bracelet. But the white is very stark. But, it kept me busy for a bit. It's always good.
No cameras! I guess we never gave everybody an update, because we didn't really want to talk about it. But while getting the generator upper half rebuilt, there was also a very slow leak in the seals, shaft seals of our water pump. So we ordered the parts for that while we were at it. When we took it apart, the old piece, the collar that has like a metal outer edge, had basically fused to the inside of this little water pump so bad that there was almost no getting it out of there to put the new one in. And Wesley said he had just one of these pump bodies just like this laying around at his shop, and he would just give it to us. So he took the whole pump back with him, a couple days ago. So he rebuilt it and brought it back. So I reinstalled it, and then we got the generator running. More on that in a minute. And the water pump is leaking oil out through the shaft. And it's only hitting on 2 cylinders. The middle cylinder is not firing. We know our injectors aren't great, but Wesley thinks it's probably a piston ring, and if it is, that's really bad because that would require us to take the entire generator out to get to the pistons to change the rings. So, just a nightmare. Because a ton of like this wood would have to be taken apart to get the generator out, and then obviously a lot of hours, a lot of work, a lot of money. Sometimes those little rings can snap back out into position if they're stuck. This thing was firing on all cylinders before things like it overheated and screwed it up. But we're leaving. We're leaving for St. Martin tomorrow.
But now we don't have a generator.
It's true. We don't have a generator right now. Because it won't even support the battery charger with just the 2 cylinders the way it's running right now. So this has been awesome.
Pretty sad about the generator.
I don't want it to be taped out.
You want to have a drink in the cockpit after you shave that thing off your face? Does it feel better?
It feels a lot better.
Rivers really wanted to see his dad with a mustache. So
yeah, it was his idea this time.
It was his idea.
No, I'm not a mustache guy. No.
I think we would all agree.
Leave your comments below.
So anyway, can you explain what has gone on for the past 4 weeks that we've been here?
Initially, you know, Wesley was very positive about getting it done pretty quick and knowing what it was going to be, and I think the stuff he did is of value, and I think it truly had the issues, but it's still not working. Like, it's still a giant paperweight.
And it makes a really horrible, horrible sound.
Yeah, with that missing cylinder, it's just like clack, 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 you know.
We were so frustrated by the end of it, we kind of didn't get any of us actually trying to get the generator started, because as soon as they pushed the button, it was like we knew it wasn't right. So it just was like,
all this right now, we're in it for about $2,600.
But we're leaving, so
yeah,
like,
we can't do anything about it. It's we got to take this other pump from him and just sort of leave, and then start over. I guess my hope is to get it running. I want to take the injectors and have them serviced by an actual injector servicing place, and I know they exist, especially in St. Martin. We'll certainly have somebody that does that. Try that, because they're definitely due for it anyway. And then just kind of go from there, I guess. Yeah, this is how this ends for Antigua and the generator saga. With us $2,600 poor.
A generator that works worse than when it...
yeah, I guess you could say that, because it would run for at least a half hour or something before.
But we know what didn't work. We have replaced things.
All the things that have been done to it are good things to be done to a generator, and it needed them. Like they were faulty. It did have a warped head, and it did need a new head gasket, and it did need all that stuff done. It's got new valves now, and so it's hard to see the glass half full when the damn thing doesn't work.
Right.
But there's a lot of good stuff that happened here. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
St. Martin, here we come.
Yeah, but not for you guys, because, like I said, this has been a 4-week project. We did get off the boat in between that. We did. So next week will be all of the times that we've gotten off in between when we were working on the generator. So make sure you check that out.
And if you want to switch it up a little from generator talk to us checking out Nelson's dockyard, which was amazing. If you missed that last week, that video right there. Tons of sailing videos right here. Stick with us, and we'll see you next week. Cheers!